Oh, what a mess. I can't even tell what this place is. It's Christmas Eve, a night we look forward to for one special reason. It's a night that our inventor, Ivor Nidea, pitches next year's Star Toy to Santa. However, this year, Ivor was told to carry them through to Santa's office in a big box to stop any peaks. But what went wrong? We knew they had to be really good. Oh, this might take a while. Like, if I have to, do I have to do like every inch of this place? Oh my. I was kind of scratching my head for the last few years over what should I do for Christmas? I always do Halloween stuff. That's nothing new for me. I love Halloween. But I've always struggled to come up with ideas for Christmas episodes. And I've been playing this game lately, and when I saw that it had Christmas content, I was tickled pink. I was like, oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. We're going to get Santa's workshop all neat and tidy to make absolutely sure that he can go out and do his thing with whatever magic he has. You know, it never fails to amaze me that we do the Santa thing, you know, for kids and what have you, and then you know, we grow out of it at a certain age. It varies from kid to kid, but the one thing people don't grow out of is their religion. You should, but a lot don't. It's a shame. You don't believe Santa's real, but you believe in the other stuff. Okay. Okay. My goodness. What happened to Santa's workshop? What happened here? I want to know who did this to Santa. The audacity. Somebody needs to answer for this. Oh, there's going to be a lot of meticulous cleaning going on here. A lot. So how's everybody else's Christmas Eve? You guys having a good Christmas Eve? Are you having to work on Christmas Eve? Are you spending it with family or friends or even just alone? That's valid too. I figured this year this will be our Christmas Eve thing, and then Christmas we're going to do Minecraft. Got some stuff planned for that. I know you guys will be excited. Ooh. Dirty, dirty feet. Employee entrance, and it's a tiny little elven door. That's cute. I have done some Christmas stuff in the past on the channel, but I don't remember right off the top of my head everything I've done. We've kind of just been grasping at straws, honestly. Um, but I know I've done some stuff. Yes. Santa man, what happened? What happened, my man? What happened? Who did this to you? So I don't, since I don't even remember what I did for past Christmas episodes, I don't remember what I may have talked about. I don't remember if I talked about my Christmases growing up or Christmas in general, but God knows we're going to be here for days, probably. I don't know how long it's going to take. Like, we have this entire workshop. So I don't think this is all getting done in one day. This is probably going to take multiple days. But I honestly didn't realize that Santa's workshop was going to be such a large stage, or I would have started it earlier than today. Yeah, that's my bad. Can I get this job done in time for Christmas? I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Honestly, I should have started doing this morning. I've spent the last 2 hours playing Pokemon Legends ZA, recording, not streaming. I've already done the Groudon and Kyogre stuff, and I was trying to do the Rayquaza fight. It's just too hard. It's way too hard. It's not even necessarily the fight itself. Um, they give you a time limit, and that's what keeps screwing me over. Because I have enough healing items, and I can dodge well enough, and I'm attacking with my full power. It's just not enough time. I don't remember what button crouches. There it is. I don't know what dinged. I wasn't looking. That whole room lights up orange. Now, what am I still missing around here that would be in this? Oh, I see some little areas here. And how do you expect me to, without like jumping up or something? Oh, I can jump up here. Okay. Come on, I can't get that perfectly, man. I think that's good enough. I think you should give me a ping on that. But did somebody just explode a barrel of gunk? Like in the series finale of Malcolm in the Middle, where they made that atrocious stink bomb, like the most powerful stink bomb ever made. I miss Malcolm in the Middle. They're doing a reunion. I can't wait to watch that. Apparently they're done recording it. We just have to wait on it to air. But yeah, I don't remember what Christmas stuff I've talked about in the past. Any Christmas stories I may have told. I don't remember. We had really good Christmases growing up. Nobody really has those like snowy reindeer and a sled Christmases from the old world. I don't even know why that's still a thing. Like I don't understand why so much of that stuff. Give me 1 second. to this text message. All these messages. Um, yeah. Santa Claus didn't even really have a distinct look till the Coca-Cola company did the whole red Santa, or the Santa in the red outfit with the white beard and all that. They did that as a marketing thing in the early 20th century, and it just kind of stuck and kind of became the default de facto Santa Claus design. Before that, he came in all shapes and sizes and wore different colors. Green, I think, was one of the primary colors because it was like the Yuletide celebrations, you know, for winter solstice and all that kind of stuff. And then the Christians came along and co-opted it. Of course, they kind of do that with most everything. Kind of not surprised. But they took something that was great and botched it, ruined it, like they do pretty much everything. But as far as like where I live, we've never had a white Christmas. We don't even get snow every year. So we can go years without snow. We can go nearly a decade with no snow. Snow is a very rare thing here. So, but you hear all the Christmas songs that talk about sleighs and deer and horseback riding and snowy conditions and skiing and or ice skating and snowmen and all that. Just all the stuff that goes with iconography. Why did I try to use that word? I should have known better. All of the stuff that goes with Christmas that you're familiar with is not really something we grew up with. That's definitely from the old world. And it's a world map. Iconography. That might be it. It's one of those words I've heard a billion times over the years. I never used myself. And then the one time I try to use it, I sound like an asshole. But yeah, we had pretty good Christmases growing up. My dad worked. He still works, and he's in his 60s. A lot of my aunts and uncles, at least on my dad's side, you know, some of them are retired. Others are talking about retiring. My dad's brother's wife says she doesn't want to retire. She just, you spend your whole life working every day. It's kind of hard to retire and sit home and do nothing. And it's kind of my dad's take on it too. He doesn't want to just sit around and do a whole lot of nothing. So he's going to try and stay busy. But yeah, he worked my entire life. So we had pretty good Christmases growing up. My mom did go all out. You know, we would wake up, my sister and I, on Christmas morning, we'd go into the living room under the tree. It would just be a pretty sizable mountain of toys and stuff. They did not hold back for Christmas. Like, they didn't really spoil us throughout the rest of the year. We got stuff for our birthday, and we got stuff for Christmas. Other than that, my parents tried not to just buy stuff all the time. They really tried to hold it to like a special occasion. They didn't want us to just get stuff whenever we asked for it. It was all many no's growing up over the years. You know, I'm not made of money and that kind of thing. But, We had pretty good Christmases. Whatever the latest craze and toys were, kind of what we got. Um, and I had always said I was going to do the same thing for my kids. You know, I had always assumed that I would grow up, get married, and have kids, and I would provide them with the same kind of Christmas, you know, growing up that I had. And then life throws you a curveball and things don't quite turn out the way you thought they would. And here we are. But I can still at least remember, have my fond memories of my childhood Christmases. At the very least. I can't ever remember getting anything bad for Christmas. I don't really ever remember getting anything I just didn't flat out want. Not directly from my parents. If I ever really actually ended up with something I didn't really want or understand, it was going to come from a relative. Because one thing we did is each year we would go to both sets of grandparents' house. Um, Now, when I was growing up, on my mom's side of the family, it was just my grandmother. My grandfather passed when I was young, but on my dad's side, my biological grandfather, he passed on my dad's side before I was even born. So I always had a step grandfather, but we went every year to both sets of grandparents, or both grandparents' house, however you want to say that. And we would do gift exchanges and stuff at my mom's. And my mom's side, she had three boys and three girls, and then all of them grew up and had kids of their own. So it was a house. It was a full house when we went over to her, to my mom's house. And a lot of times it was just chaos as to who was going to buy who what. So a lot of times they did the, draw names thing where everybody there's name went into a hat or whatever, and you draw the name, and then you go and get that person something. And that's kind of how they handled that. So you never knew if you were going to get something good or not from that. And we didn't care. We really didn't care. Uh, I mean, my parents got us such good stuff that we humored the grandparents and the family, and we humored my parents by putting on the fake grins and going over to the relative's house, even though you didn't want to. And then on my dad's side, it was kind of the same way, but there was always a big fancy meal. On my dad's side, uh, my grandparents had two boys and a girl, so a little bit smaller. It wasn't as chaotic. That side of the family always had money too, where on my mom's side of the family, everybody was kind of poor, not like eat dirt and live in a barn poor, but poor enough uh, where you got dollar store gifts. But it was nice either way, I liked my grandparents well enough. There was other family I didn't really care for that much. You're not always going to be crazy about your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. That can be a hit or miss thing with family. Um, but on my dad's side of the family, every year we would go and have this big meal at my grandparents' house, and everybody would gather around and do gifts and stuff. It was cozy, really cozy memories. And they quit doing it as we got older. By the time the grandkids were all in their 30s with kids of their own, kind of slowed to a crawl, and they just kind of fizzled out as a thing. Um, Definitely more of a when we were kids kind of situation, you know what I mean? But It was nice. It was really nice. You get your time off from school. You get to have a meal. It was cool. I I guess since I was a kid and you always got stuff for Christmas, Christmas wasn't too depressing of a time of year for me as a kid. I tell you what's funny. The seasonal depressions for me have kind of flipped since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had seasonal depression real bad, but it was during the summer months. Uh, Winter was fine. I went to school every day, and you had your Halloween, you had your Thanksgiving, you had your Christmas, you had back to back holidays during that cold winter crunch. And I don't remember really ever struggling through January, February, and March. I really don't remember having, I may have had issues with it, but I don't remember any issues with it. What I remember having issues with were the summers. Summer days were fine. Summer nights were rough. For some reason, when I was a kid, I would get some seasonal depression real bad during the summer at night. I would think about my future a lot. I would think about how I was going to have to go back to school soon, and no kid really wants to go to school. And then I would I would have these little existential uh, panic attacks of what my future was going to be. And it was definitely something that I thought about back then, because when I was a kid, I thought that it was kind of a given that you were going to grow up, get a job, and raise a family of your own. It never occurred to me as a child you don't have to do any of that. It's just kind of what you do. And my entire life, and I couldn't tell you why this is, I've always had anxiety over the normal stuff. The very thought of being normal gives me hella anxiety. Not so much now. Now that I'm in my 40s, I kind of want normal. But for most of my life, I wanted to be weird. Wanted to be the oddball. I didn't want to just do what everybody else is doing. I wanted to be quirky and different. Now I'm pretty content with everything just being normal. You know. Yeah. And I remember, though I really liked summer, the summer weather was always the best. There's just something about that time of year that really got me. And I think it was just the dread of growing up and having to be an adult. I don't really know. It could have been a lot of things. It could have been a lot of things. But Christmas was never a problem. I remember Christmas time every year, my parents would load us up. We'd always have a minivan. Well, more than often than not, we had a minivan. When we were real little, we had a car, but my parents shifted to minivan mode when we got a little older. When we got to like five-ish, whatever, or when my sister got to five-ish, I'd have been 10-ish. They'd load us up in the van. We'd drive around in the city and all the suburbs out in the countryside, and we would just look for Christmas lights and take in the sights. There was a family here called the Pattersons, and everybody in the county knew about the Pattersons. They had a big giant house with a driveway in the front that went down to the front of the house, around the house, around down the side of the house, around through the back of the house. And this was a long ass driveway, really long. It started off paved and then went to a dirt driveway and went all the way back around out to the street. And they went ham. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of Christmas lights. It was one of those drive-through Christmas light displays that you might see people put up on YouTube or whatever. And we'd go see that every year until the couple got too old to do it anymore. But yeah, we'd go out and look at the Christmas lights. That was another thing we did. My best childhood memories come from any and everything that had nothing to do with church. And I talked about this before on my channel too. When I was a wee lad, we we didn't go to church at first. I remember we were older, maybe over 10 years old. I might have been over 10, around 10, just under 10. I can't remember how old I was. I remember my grandparents had something to do with it, convincing my parents to go. And that kind of ruined some Christmas. I always felt something was off about being made to go to church. Now, as an adult, I get it. I understand why I felt the ick from it. But back then, I didn't know why. As a kid, I didn't have the knowledge to know why I felt the way I felt about it. But yeah, when we finally started going to church, we were there like clockwork every Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday nights. Hated it. Oh, did I hate it? But they would do Christmas pageants and stuff like that. I remember. And you just kept your mouth shut and don't volunteer for stuff. You'll be all right. I remember this one time. They were going to put on a play, had the kids put on a play. It was the story of Jonah and the well. It had a lot of music and singing parts and stuff. I didn't want to have anything to do with it, but I didn't have a choice. I was made. And I remember the part of Jonah was just he was in one scene. Uh, all they were asking me to do was basically sit behind this screen that would have this, it was like a screen of a well and it would be lit so you'd see my shadow inside the belly of the well. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I sat there for months while they rehearsed and rehearsed and practiced and practices. And then when the day came, I refused to do it. Ooh, that lady was mad. But it was just wasn't gonna do it. I've always had a stubborn streak in me. Like, if I don't inherently want to do something, I ain't doing it. Like, you literally have to convince me to do stuff. You have to explain to me why I should be doing stuff. I know not everybody gets to do that in life. And I know you have to do stuff you don't want to do. Hell, I always do stuff I don't want to do now as an adult, but as a kid, I was real bad about like being as stubborn as a mule and putting my foot down. I would only do what my parents made me and forced me to do. I was not going to volunteer for shit. You know what? I can't tell. But I may or may say I can't tell what I may or may not have missed over here, but now I see it plain as day. I don't know what dinged. Okay, we have to. Okay, that'll help me get up there. But all in all, yeah, good Christmases. No complaints. Really, really good Christmases as a kid. As an adult, not so much. They suck out loud. But what can you do? I think one of my bigger issues with Christmas as an adult is we're just kind of jaded, cynical, and beat down by the world by the time we're 30 and 40 years old. And it's the forced merriment and the forced interaction. Like, if sometimes a lot of places of employment will have Christmas parties or whatever, and they expect you to show up, and there's all this social like pressure and expectations put on you to attend these stupid little parties, and you're having none of it. And, I don't know legally that I don't know if any place can make you go to it. Pretty sure a lot of them try and make a big thing out of it. I don't know. I've never worked in a corporate setting. I've only ever had like white collar jobs. I've never worked in an office before. Nowhere I've ever worked threw us a Christmas party, so I don't know. But I think, for me, it's like the forced merriment. Like I said, if I'm not in a good mood during December, I don't want it crammed down the throat. And some Decembers I'm in the mood for it. It varies from year to year. Some Decembers I'm all about Christmas. I put up lights, I listen to the music, I'm in the mood. And then some years I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. You know what I mean? I think we can all appreciate that. Okay. Ooh, where can I put you now? Boom. Oh, look at the snow. And, it's nice to have celebrations in the winter. Yule, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. They're all nice because it's, in the northern hemisphere at least, it's cold. It gets dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody's miserable. So it kind of gives you something nice, you know? Oh, shit. Well, I've covered more ground than I thought I would with this. We haven't even been here that long. Oop, don't fall. Getting these angles I didn't have access to before, huh? Is each individual light gonna ding? I think so. Wow. Okay. Where do I need you the most, Mr. Stepstool? Here. Santa's chair. Pretty glad I have this chair now because I can sit in this chair way longer than I can sit in the other one. That other chair had this wooden bar that ran right through the middle of the part you sit on. So after an hour or two of sitting there, my ass was just done. And I mean, my literal ass was just done. It was a comfy chair. I really liked it. It's just after, COVID hit and I started putting on some serious weight, the chair started to give and break, and I had to reinforce it. My fat ass. My fat ass. I definitely think Christmas is the one time a year that kind of, it makes me, well, like I said, I don't hate Christmas, but it comes with its own like set of issues. It reminds me of how, it reminds me of my lot in life. It reminds me of where I'm at. It reminds me of what I have or haven't accomplished. It reminds me of what I do or don't have. Christmas forces me to take stock of my life, you know, and it does that for a lot of people. It's suicide rates are at their highest during Christmas, for good reason. But I every Christmas I'm forced to be reminded about how I don't have kids of my own, and I'm not married, and I don't have my own house to decorate, and I don't get to travel and see family, and I am reminded of that every Christmas, and I don't like that. I That kind of hits me in the feels every year, so I try. Like I said, my appreciation for Christmas or up my observance of it usually depends on my mental health on any given December day or any given December of that whatever year it is. Um, this year, I'm okay. I've had a better December than I've had in some of the more previous years, more recent years. I've been doing the Advent calendar. Um, Lewis has been building a big secret project on Minecraft for us for Christmas. I knew I had this to look forward to because I've been enjoying the hell out of this playthrough. The only thing really this December that's kind of really got me down is just how terrible the DLC for Legends, Pokemon Legends ZA is. Like, I'm not only is it bad, I like actively hate it. I'm going out of my way to trash it anytime it gets brought up. It's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. And I know some people would probably say something along the lines of, well, don't try not to focus on what you don't have. Try to focus on what you do have. I do that too. I do. I do take stock this time of year. And I don't mean to come off as some sort of like ungrateful monster. I have a roof over my head. I have plenty of food. I have a warm bed and place to lay my head. I have internet access. I have all the necessities of life, all the amenities that one would need at the bare minimum level, But I try not to take that for granted. But sometimes it's just not enough. You do get to thinking about what you don't have, and your brain can run away with it. I just realized is this our first time doing this indoors? Not counting the garage when we first started? Where's all this dirty water going? Does Santa sit and read to the kids? Because I don't think you should have any kids at the North Pole. Mainly because there's no land in the North Pole. It's all ocean. Which begs the question, Santa Claus would have to have his operations somewhere other than the literal North Pole, you know? Would it be magnetic north or just north? What's it going to be, Santa? I will say Christmas has always been a family thing. Like I said, for us growing up, we'd go see family. We'd do Christmas here at the house. So I never really saw any friends that I had during Christmas. Tyler and I were attached at the hip year round, except for Christmas time and Thanksgiving. When the winter holidays rolled around, Tyler and I kind of, uh, you know, did whatever on our own. It's like we met in the fourth grade. So we've been friends for 30 years now. And when we were kids, we would do our own thing for Christmas. And Tyler's birthday is December 29th. So he always got the short end of the stick. He anything he got for one or the other, they were always rolled in together. And, he was one of 12 kids, so he really got the short end of the stick, you know. He was always one of those kids that got socks and underwear and stuff like that. Stuff that as an adult you would appreciate a little more, but as a kid you want video games, you want toys. And he always got really shitty holidays growing up. Really shitty Christmases, really shitty birthdays. Not to shit all over his parents or anything. I mean, he was well taken care of. But there's more to life than just making sure a kid has the necessities. You gotta every once in a blue moon, you gotta spoil them and get them a thing. You can't just never get your child a thing. That's crazy, man. I remember anytime he did get a video game or anything, it was usually like his older brothers who got him something, because he was, by the time he was born, he was the next the last child. So all his brothers are like grown and out of the house by the time Tyler was born. So they would get him stuff from time to time, knowing that he wasn't going to get jack shit. But even though Tyler and I were attached at the hip, we, would kind of withdraw into our family circles and do whatever with family for the holidays. And that didn't change as we got older. When you're in your 20s and your 30s, you can kind of you're working and you can kind of afford to buy your own crap. So Christmas just kind of becomes meaningless. Um, at least it was for us then. Um, like I said, now I just try to do stuff for my YouTube channel and pretend I'm not miserable. But these days, to my understanding, Tyler and Tiffany stay pretty busy around the holidays, bouncing around from one family, one family member's house to another. And I've taken in the last few years to I try to get Tyler stuff. I try to get him a little something for his birthday, get him a little something for Christmas, and I just usually don't have a lot of money, you know, to get him good stuff. Last year, I got him a Banjo Kazooie plush. I think I put pictures up of that on my Instagram. You have to scroll through my Instagram, see if you can find the pictures of it. I thought it was neat. I'm assuming he likes it. He said he likes it, but you never really know. People lie to be nice. So it's one of those. It's. I get the whole gift giving thing, but at the same time, I'm not really big on giving gifts just because it's a season or a holiday or something. I just don't like it because not only have it's the obligation. Like if I give somebody or somebody gives me a gift, then I gotta go get them something, and I don't know, man. Gifts are kind of better reserved, like especially Christmas stuff. That's better for the kids. Maybe between spouses or something. I don't know. Because as an adult, you could just buy whatever you need and buy whatever you want. So I always found it asinine that you would get together with your family and give each other little bullshit hinky dink, rinky dink things to go in their home or whatever. Like, oh, I got a snow globe. Who cares? Like I said, as an adult, you could just buy whatever you want and need. So gifts become tricky. They really do, in my opinion, at least. They become tricky. I was going to try to get my buddies gifts, you know, those that still, live around here. But I really don't know what to get people. And I usually don't have a lot of money. So I ended up just giving up on that, you know. Now, how do I manage? Uh-oh. Well, there's still a lot over there. Okay, I see. Yeah, there is still some on. getting a spam call. A spam call, yeah. I do like that about having my Google phone. It tells me when I'm getting a spam call. Of course, I say that. I think all phones do that now. I don't know why I thought that was a Google only thing. They do like to wait until I'm streaming to do it, though. Oh my God. Wow. Now, how do I get that part? You son of a bitch. I'm stuck. Now, hold on just a flipping minute here. Okay, that's fine for the stocking, but how do I get the wood? Wait, did it ding already? Did I get it? Hmm. Oh, come on. That's so much debt. Where did I put that stool? You. You're coming with me. Oop. Ooh, I can just get up here. Okay. Well, this makes my job a hell of a lot easier. Me to tackle it from both sides. I mean, I'll try. I don't think I can. Let's see if I can. There we go. Finagle my way up here. Oh my God. I'm going to be here all week trying to get this. That is the most perplexing part of this game. It's like, how? How is every single square inch dirty of everywhere we go? You know what I mean? Like, how? You can't blame this one on the volcano. You could, but I wouldn't. That would just be silly. You can't believe nobody's popped in chat this morning. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Now I'm too close. I'll tell you what, let me wash this part so I can stand over here. There we go. I don't know when's the last time I changed the batteries in my keyboard and mouse. I want to say in my computer mouse not too long ago. Laptop mouse, never. And that battery's been in that mouse for a year. It doesn't get used every day, so it's fine. But my keyboard batteries, it's been a long time. Starting to wonder. My keyboard gets used every day. Oh, that's satisfying. Ooh, it covers a wide area. Okay. Look at you covering such a wide area. Whatever the name of this nozzle is. Okay. Get on board with this nozzle. I do remember any time that school, like public schools that we went to, tried to do anything super special for Christmas, I found it a little agitating, and I just wanted them to not. You know what I mean? Um, Sometimes it would be something simple that I didn't mind, like maybe one of the parents would bring in cupcakes, or I don't know, maybe we would be forced to make some sort of Christmas card. I don't know. But the more elaborate that it became, like doing a play or something, the more annoying it became. I remember when I was in the first grade, we did a play, and I don't know if it was Christmas or what. I just remember we were penguins and we had kazoos. Now, I was all in for that. I don't know why I was all in for that, but I was down for that. Again, I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was on board for that one. Hmm. I think my, I think we might have pictures of that somewhere. I have to dig those out. I'm not doing it to put them in. Like I'm not gonna do it and put them in this episode or anything. I'm just saying in general, might be fun to look those up. I do remember when I was in kindergarten, they our teacher did this thing, and it's one of my favorite memories ever of school. Um, Everybody knows the gingerbread man story, right? Or at least if it's not universal, I think it was a book that we may have had at the school. It was about, gingerbread running as fast as he can. You can't catch him. He's a gingerbread man. Everybody knows that little limerick, that little song. Um, what our teacher did one year is we prepared a gingerbread man in the classroom. He was the size of a full cake. He was on this big spread pan thing. And we decorated him, we made him up. And then we went to lunch. And when we got back, the tray was empty. And the teacher's like, "Oh no, the gingerbread man, he ran away." And we went around the whole school. We went through the lunchroom and the library looking for him. Uh, Went out on the playground looking for him. And I think by the end of the day, he had made it back into the classroom and we caught him. It was a fun little thing. And I remember that all these years later. That was kindergarten. That happened in the 80s for me. That would have been, let's see, 89? I go to kindergarten in 88 or 89. My birthday's in September, so I can't remember what year I started. 'Cause I think you have to be 5 years old to go into kindergarten. And sometimes they'll make an exception for kids who are going to turn 5 right as the school year is starting. So I may have went in at 4, or I may have waited and went in at 5. I can't remember. I'd have to ask my mom and see if she remembers. But that was a really good memory. Chasing the gingerbread man. Because we went around the school asking the staff, other teachers, I started to say grocery store workers, lunchroom workers, chasing the gingerbread man. Teaching has to be a thankless job. Sometimes a teacher will reach a student. That's a big cliche. Sometimes the right teacher will do good by her students. And sometimes a teacher, through no fault of her own, just gets a rough deal. And the older the kid, the more of a punk ass they are that doesn't want to listen. Angle this just right. I will tell you, when I was a kid, they showed the Charlie Brown Christmas special and all of the stop motion animation clay movies. I didn't like any of that. I do not like Charlie Brown. I hate Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown Peanuts, that whole thing. I'm not a fan of that IP. I also don't like I don't like all the claymation Christmas characters, the Frosty claymation, Rudolph, all that stuff. I don't like those movies. I just don't like them. Can't think of any Christmas movies that I like. I don't think there are any. The Christmas, A Christmas Carol, about the little boy who's going to shoot his eye out with the BB gun. They played that on loop when I was growing up every year around Christmas. Now I like that movie. They recently did a legacy sequel to it and brought back all the surviving cast members. It was okay, I guess. I didn't care for it. Eh. Seeing Ralphie all grown up was not exactly something I had on my wish list or my bucket list, you know. But the original's pretty good. I don't know. It's hard to I don't see I don't understand why nostalgia works the way it does on some people, because for people like me it can be hit or miss, but it's usually going to be a miss. Um, hey, I just realized we made it to the back wall. Hey, okay, cool. I mean, it's just, you still don't know the way to get this all done in one episode, but we made it further in one go than I thought I would. The ceiling is going to be what's a doozy. Let me take one last look around this area. Go back down. Oh, I missed some spots here, huh? Oh. I have to imagine, though, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but I have to imagine that the older I get, the more rough Christmas is going to become for me. Especially like when my parents go and it's kind of just me and my sister. I definitely think things are going to take a turn for the worse. It's probably going to be really hard every year. And I don't know how long this, doing the YouTube thing will last. I'm on year 9 now of doing YouTube, but there's no guarantee that it'll be around forever. I mean, YouTube is in the midst of a huge lawsuit right now, and I don't know. I don't know how long we can do YouTube for free. I don't know how long we'll be able to do YouTube in general, especially with the way I cuss. Like right now, one of the bigger annoyances that I'm having with YouTube is everybody is self censoring so they can keep up their monetization on their channel. And I hate it. And it's annoying. And it's pissing me off. And it just makes me want to punch everybody in the throat. You know, it ruins the content. Yeesh. What is that thing? Well, yeah, right now, I at least have YouTube as a distraction this time of year. Doing YouTube has kind of been my whole reason for existence for the past 9 years. I know that might come across as sad, but it's I really got nothing else going on, so it's just been what I've been doing. But I'll have to come up with something, you know, to occupy me every year during the Christmas holidays. And that's one of the things that I think that's one of the negative kickbacks, one of the downsides, because it's a holiday that is so wrapped around friends and family and togetherness and sharing and being together that time of year. You got nobody? Oof. Just oof. Bing. Now, what is this? Oh, it's the sled. Okay. I think what I might do is go ahead and finish this if I can all in one go today. And then, we'll just make a special episode out of it. Because I was debating when I saw how big this thing was, I was like, this might take 2 or 3 episodes to do. But eh, we could just put it out as a Christmas special. Maybe a couple of hours worth of watch content by somebody who ain't got nothing going on for people who ain't got nothing going on. It's perfect. I think I talked about the YouTube lawsuit the other day. I don't remember what I was playing. Animal Crossing, New Leaf, I think. But yeah, I think the landscape of YouTube is about to change forever. The internet has always been kind of no man's land. Um, You don't have the same censoring that you have going on with television and music and everything else. You can cuss and pretty much say more or less whatever you want. Um, but if you want to monetize, like if you say you want to monetize your YouTube channel, then there are certain rules and guidelines that you have to follow. So then it kind of becomes a self-governing website at that point. So, and enough websites do that now to where it's kind of ruined it a little bit for me because I mean, let's face it, we all got that rebel in us. We all got that American obstinance in us to where we don't like being told what to do. We don't like being told what we're not allowed to do. We all got that dog in us like that. You know, crap, I forgot what it's called. Oppositional defiance disorder or whatever. The thing I always laugh and say my sister has real bad. I got it somewhat too. And if you tell me I can't do something, unless it's reasonable, I'm going to go out of my way to do it anyway. But that's kind of the principle I've always had because there was so much, you know, especially like I said, when my parents started the church bullshit when I was a kid, wasn't allowed to watch anything or listening to anything. Everything was so sterile and supervised. And then when I came of age, I watched every scary movie I could get my hands on and you know, watched everything I wasn't allowed to. And none of it was even all that bad. They were pearl clutching for no good reason, honestly, in my opinion. But oh, this is a hard thing to clean because of the angles. Yeah, if YouTube does go the way of like not really being able to say anything or make jokes or do anything, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I don't really say anything offensive. All we really do is cuss. I mean, let's be honest. But I really don't want to have to give that up. I think it's stupid. I think that's stupid. I have had, I think once or twice, I have had somebody say, you curse too much during this game. Like, can't remember what I was playing. I got a message one time and somebody was like, do you think you could cuss a little less while you're playing this? It was obviously something Nintendo. I wish I could remember what it was. And I was like, no, that's what makes it funny. And everybody's always upsetting spaghetti over the whole children aspect. Like, but what children are watching? That sounds like a you problem. You're their parent. It's not my responsibility to govern what they watch. That's on you, homie. Wait a minute. Did I miss a whole spot over here? Did I miss a? Oh, I did. Can I reach it from here? Oh, I missed nothing but cracks over here. Really? Really? Let me try this angle. That's just ridiculous. Trying to get behind these. Wow. Really? Here's my stool. You're coming with me, Mr. Stool. I need you now. Think. Whew. Feels like we've been here forever. That's just gross. I don't even know what that is. What kind of dirt and grime is that? I got that the best angle I could, right? Let's say. Right, man. My next question is, where? Oh, hold on. Gotta get these spots. That I didn't notice before. Like, what is the green? That's the part that gets me the most. You are crusty on the edge. Around the edges. Santa Santa really has become an antiquated thing though, because nobody, like, kids don't do the kind of toys that can be made in a workshop. Kids are doing video games and tablets, and they've been doing video games and electronics since I was a kid. I guess it does kind of all depend on your socioeconomic class as far as what types of gifts that you receive and your age, I guess, too. Um, but I think for the most part, I think the things that are sold the most are going to be electronics. There are always exceptions to the rule, collectibles, things like that, but I'm not really counting those. I'm talking about like teddy bears, dolls, toy trains, blocks with letters on them. The cliche stuff you see when you think Santa's workshop, it is, that stuff is not a, it's not a thing anymore, you know. It's just not a thing. They're just straight up some toys that even I wouldn't know what they are if I looked at them. You get enough time away from an era. Like, do kids today know what an abacus is? If you were to take an abacus in a grade school and show it to kids without any context, don't use it, don't show them how to use it, just say, "What is this?" Are they going to know what the hell? I recently found out that Gen Z and Gen Alpha and everybody up under us, they don't know how to read a clock, an analog clock on the wall. They don't know how to read it. They don't know how to write in cursive. They don't know how to do math without a cell phone. Not that I could really do a lot of math without my phone or a calculator, but come on, man, I can do basic math without my phone. Jeez. They don't know what a protractor is. Granted, I can't really remember ever using a protractor other than school. And I don't know that I would remember how, but at least I know what it is. Is this bench finished? This one, I think, is. This one, no. You got to hit everything at an angle. Make sure you get it all. Time to get low down to the ground. Wouldn't this water damage a lot of this furniture? Well, these are the tedious parts, huh? Oh my god. And the ceiling. That's going to be a whole thing. Hadn't have been down here on the floor. I don't know that I would have even noticed that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. You're not that close. You're fidgeting. Like I said, I hope this pressure washer is not going to warp all this wood. Maybe it'll be actual wood and not plyboard crap. Well, it is Santa's workshop. I'd expect him not to use plywood or particle board crap. Night. Where is my missing? The real fun part's going to come when we get towards the end of this project and we're missing like 1 or 2% and I am just losing my mind. That's going to be fun on a bun. Oh, it's like, why is it not coming clean? Elf Christmas schedule. French Bob. Bangs. Vicky Lou. They should make a blood splatter game. I'm sitting here thinking about Dexter. It'd be easy to do something like this. Maybe where you clean it up or analyze it. I don't know. I know whoever did this. Gotta be in some serious trouble. Whoever made this mesh. Man, we've been here for not about an hour and 40 minutes, and still no one has come into chat. This makes me a sad Santa. This dirt is so black you can't even see what some of this stuff is that you're looking at. You really have to get in there and attack a lot of this stuff from different angles. This game could use some music. That's what this game needs. This whole operation needs some music. I would love to drop some, you know, Christmas music in here, but everything's copyrighted. Somebody somewhere is going to claim it, even if they don't own it. That's one of the big issues on YouTube. There are people who just sit on YouTube day and night looking for music to claim, even though they don't own it. That's a known problem on YouTube. I've had it happen to me. I've had to tell people, look, you don't own this music. This corporation does, and I'll fight you on this if I have to. And they always back off. I know that can't work forever. I know eventually I'm going to get some wise ass who tries to insist and fight me on it, but up until now, I've been fortunate. Let me get down in here. Oh yeah, look at all that undercarriage area in this bookshelf that I missed. Getting up under stuff real good is key to doing a thorough job. Where am I missing a spot? Aha. Really? There we go. Okay, this bookshelf's being a pain in the ass. Oh, I'm having some sharp gas pains today. Ooh. For the love of Pete. It's just gross. Because you don't know what this green crap is. What is wiping boogers? What is it? I knew that these shells were going to be the most tedious part. Eesh. Oh my god, there's this whole back area back here. And we still have the ceiling. It has to be done though. We can't let Santa down. We can't let the kids. Think of the kids. Think of the children. They'll wake up on Christmas morning in their respective territories, wondering, where's Santa? Why didn't he bring my stuff? Well, it says 61%, so we're over halfway there. At 2 hours, that's not bad. Thought it would take longer. FedEx is here. Yep, they're here. All right, I'm gonna take a little break real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I want to make absolutely sure we still have game audio because I had to switch headsets. Sure, we still have to switch headsets. Okay. Okay. So FedEx delivered some stuff, and I had to bring it and put it away. Boy, it's warm today. It is warm today. Warm today. Now, where are we leave off? Where are we? Wait. No, what is this? Hold up. Okay. Okay. I did not know that I had different. Oh. I'll be damned. I didn't know. I have a high bar for everything. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, look at me. I'm holding it like a rifle. Oh, this might make everything go by fast. Okay. Can I still spin it? I can. I don't know how low the game audio is. It might have been too low this whole time, or it might have been too loud this whole time. I'm going to adjust it real quick. Hopefully it's not too. Hope it's not too much. Oh yeah, the reach on this bad boy. Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Hmm. Uptown Jim Brown. It reaches that far out. Wow. I think this is meant to reach. I think this is meant to be a reacher. So I'm not even getting that far down the wall, and it's stopping on me. Did an elf explode? I don't get the green splatters. I don't get the green. These high rafters, high wooden rafters, make me think of Skyrim. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh hey, I can reach this from here too. Ding. washed poor Robin clean. I washed poor Robin clean. It's hard for me to pick a spot and go with it. I just want to clean everywhere all at once. I do have to unfortunately disagree with that one Christmas song. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I disagree. I think autumn is pretty great. Spring is pretty epic. Everything is fresh and in bloom. You get some pretty gnarly, cool thunderstorms that time of year. Summer's pretty nice. Early summer, before you get into the what they call the dog days of summer, where it just quits raining forever and everything shrivels up and dies, and it becomes too hot to exist. Before all that, early summer's nice. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the people who like really think Christmas is just the tits, but it's not. It's really not. It is not the best time of year. It is cold and dark. And while young me would have eaten that up with a spoon, I don't want it anymore. Ooh. I miss my old gun. Yeah, how do I switch back? There we go. That way I can get this spot right in front of me. I don't know why this headset makes this my right ear itch the way it does. It's always the right ear too. I don't know if y'all have noticed. Oh, really? Damn, I missed a lot on the back of that one. Move, ladder. There we go. Yeesh. I don't know how this happened. This is just nuts. Entire walls covered. Not even in the dirtiest houses I've ever seen anywhere would it be this bad. It's interesting too, going back to what we were talking about way earlier. Um, you know, with the Coke ad kind of cementing what Santa would look like, you know. You have other Christmas characters. You have Frosty the Snowman, Jack Frost, all those claymation characters that I don't really know that much about. Then you have the Grinch. I like the Grinch. The cartoon version was okay, I guess. I wasn't really that crazy about it. But I tell you what's really good is the Jim Carrey live action movie. I know some people don't like it that much. Some people probably don't like Jim Carrey that much, but he can be a bit much. I'll admit it. Like, kind of plays the same character in every movie. Like, once you've seen Ace Ventura once, you've seen those movies enough. Um, it works in Dumb and Dumber, but those other movies are just kind of insufferable. Um, but as far as the Grinch is concerned, it works really well in the Grinch. His performance, and I like it. It's the same with like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everybody hates the Tim Burton version and everybody hails by the original. But here's the thing, I prefer the Tim Burton version, and it's not good. It's not a good movie at all. It has a shit ton of problems. But I really just don't like the original. I don't like that 70s version. I just don't. Hate it. And I know to some people that's probably blasphemy, but I'm just so sorry. I don't like it. I don't. Now those Alice in Wonderland movies that Tim Burton made, completely unwatchable. I'm so sorry. They're just unwatchable. I know that I've said that on this show before. It's not a hot take, but come on. Come on, folks. They're bad. They're really, really bad. They're so bad. Oh, you know what I just realized? We got to get up here somehow. That just straight up looks like dirt, or not dirt, but chocolate, like ice cream or something. I don't know why I said dirt. No, duh, it's dirt, Eric. You get stupid sometimes. Now, where am I going to put this ladder that'll allow me to reach the top of. Ah, here we go. Go back down. No, I wasn't done with the top of that candy cane. You son of a bitch. But traditions have kind of fallen off for me over the years because I haven't watched cable in like, I don't know, since the 2000s. I quit watching cable altogether back in the day. And I don't see them run stuff like Christmas Story or whatever it's called. I don't see them run that on loop around the clock anymore because I'm not tuned into television like that. Um, so all the other traditions kind of fell off too. The older that we got, my grandparents stopped, getting together and doing the family meals, and everything just kind of fell apart, and everybody just kind of built their own new traditions because all my cousins have had kids. Honestly, I might be the only one out of everybody who has not had kids. Um, now that I'm actually sitting here thinking about it, I might be the black sheep. My sister even had a kid. Damn, I don't guess I've ever thought about that before. Every single cousin I have has had a kid. Well, there were two that didn't have kids, but they passed away. So that's kind of a no duh. But the rest of them did. Damn. That's giving me something to think about. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, folks. And I had cousins that were a good deal older than me because, like I said, my mom was one of six kids. So, she was not by any means the oldest of the bunch. So, my aunt had kids long before my mom did. So the oldest, oldest or second oldest out of the bunch, her kids have had kids now. So, or her kids' have had kids, is what I meant to say. Jesus. Just like when I think about Tyler's family, like I said, Tyler was next to last out of 12 kids. And by the time I met him, um, his siblings were starting to have kids. And now his siblings' kids are about to have some kids. And it's like, I remember when none of you existed. You know what I mean? I remember a time where none of you were born yet. So it's like, God almighty, man. God almighty. What is this that we're cleaning? What am I looking at? Is this a vault? Some sort of vault? Why does Santa have a vault? Why would Santa need a vault? What you got going on here, Santa? Hmm? You want to fill us in on what you got in the vault? You got some candies in there, huh, big fella? Huh? You might have some hard candies in there. I don't know why this what do you call these nutcrackers or soldier boys or whatever the hell they are? He reminds me of Bender for some reason. Bender Rodriguez. Bender Bending Rodriguez. Yeah, I something that Tyler and I were discussing not too long ago. Everything is kind of fallen off. I held on for as long as I could to everything that I love, but 2025 has ended in a spectacular disappointment for me, and I'm really heartbroken. The latest season of the Simpsons isn't. It's just not watchable. The latest season of Futurama is really not all that watchable. Um, the latest Pokemon games have been sucking. The new Mario Kart wasn't all that good, and I'm kind of low key struggling with Metroid Prime. So everything that I've ever loved and held dear is kind of not entered this new future era all that spectacularly. Yeah. So I'm kind of left, I'm entering that phase in my life to where it might be time to let everything go and strictly start looking for new experiences. And I'm considering it wholeheartedly. It's something that I've discussed with Tyler off stream and off camera. Because I'm really salty about the Switch 2 more than anything else. $600, really? And don't blame the tariffs. They're fucking stupid, but no. I think they were looking for any reason to charge that much from the get go. I honestly am. I think they were. Nintendo's never been as greedy as they've been in the past decade. We lost Iwata. We lost Nintendo. I swear to God. The new president is just the worst. And Tyler keeps holding out hope that he's going to see another F-Zero or Pilot Wings, and I keep telling him you're not. You can hang that in the wind. And as far as Smash Brothers, yeah, there'll probably be another Smash Brothers at some point in the future, but they're probably going to do some bullshit where they just re-release Ultimate for the Switch too, because it looks like that's what they're doing all around. Um, The next one in line for that treatment is going to be Animal Crossing. They're releasing a Switch 2 version of it instead of just giving us a whole new Animal Crossing. And I'm just not a fan of that. I would rather have a new Animal Crossing. So I don't know what the future holds. You know, I try to hold it together year in and year out the best that I can. Um, I sat down to record some vlog stuff yesterday, and it was just me sitting in the chair and belly aching for 10 minutes. So I deleted that footage. I can't even vlog properly anymore. I'm miserable. I'm a miserable old man now, and I don't know. It is my New Year's resolution, though, to go into 2026 with a positive mindset and to complain less and try to be as positive as I can on this show and in life, because it is killing me. Negativity will kill you. You can go online and read all the boo boo woo woo pseudoscience bullshit posts that you see on Facebook and stuff. I don't believe that crap for a second, but it is unhealthy for you to just always be negative all the time. It does actually negatively affect your brain. Let's see. Oh my god, missed so much over here. Boo boo. Woohoo boo boo science. Boop a doop boop 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 a doop boop boop boo boo. How are you still dirty? I've washed every inch of you. He's felt bad. He's a filthy boy. Oh, I missed a spot. Well, I got more done in 3 hours than I thought I was going to get done. So I'm surprised. Back up there, cowboy. Let me move out here so I can see what I'm doing. No, back up. What is this purple stuff? Hmm. Give me 1 second. Something's fishy about this. Hey, can you go over to Twitch and see if my chat's working? Text Tyler and see if he'll do us a solid. wait a minute now. There's one filthy light. Hey, we got him. Well, how did I miss that? Oh, I bet, is it dirty behind it too? No, but the wooden part is, there we go. I got it. I got it. I get it. Oh, oh my. There was dirt hiding down here the whole time. Okay. Eh, 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 eh. Now, how much of a completionist is it going to be about these stairs? Because they look done to me. Let me get back over here and make sure I finished all of these tables. No, I did not. He must be busy, because he has not responded. Now that's weird. It dinged an entire like shelf, but not the entire bookcase. That's weird to me. Right, I'm probably going to crouch pretty low. Yep. There's a lot of dirt down there. Oof. Ooh. God, I'm missing a lot under this table too. Oh my God. I did not mean to launch up like that. Yeah. Okay. Now hold up. How did I miss that much on this bookshelf? Oh God. I missed a lot on the banister as well. I'm not being professional. Got it. Okay. I'd started on this and then got sidetracked. I don't think I've ever ridden in a sleigh. I don't really live in sleigh territory. You know what I mean? There's never been enough snowfall here for there to be sleigh. Let me. I'm going to relaunch the Twitch app and see if that fixes it. Because I've been streaming for like 3 hours and I've not had a single chat message show up. So if people have been chatting, then it's been broken because I've not seen a single chat message. And if that's the case, I'm going to be pretty pissed. The Twitch app is not the best in the world. Looks like it's working. Okay, cool. I can see it now, but it makes me wonder if anybody's come in earlier and I missed it. That's unfortunate. Well, thanks for checking for me. Appreciate you. I'm cleaning up Santa's workshop. Yeah, like I said earlier, this game could use some music. That'd be nice. I guess they kind of assume that you'll probably listen to your own music. I think most gamers listen to their own music while they're playing a game. But I don't know. What kind of music would you put in this game? That's. I guess I stopped and thought about that. I just realized this is like a launch pad for this sled. Like it's not a simple like garage that he's keeping it in. No, he has rails here where he launches this bitch. Santa, you couldn't hit the car wash this year, bud? Were you too busy to hit the car wash? Hmm. The only problem with doing like a 3 hour stream is that you run out of stuff to talk about. And I'm afraid I've reached that point where I've run out of stuff to talk about. Be different if I had people here in chat like giving me topics, but nobody's here today. It's just me. There's little old May trying to get Santa's workshop up to snuff. Not having any clue how it got to this. Like I said before, I couldn't let it get to this. I don't know what world we're living in. Oh my God, people! Not Christmas just yet. Yeah, it's not. We got to get ready for Christmas. Which is why I'm working diligently. Very diligently. Trying to get this place in top working order. He really ought to be ashamed. I'm not Santa. I'm just washing his Cersei laboratory, his workshop. It's almost like oil. The oil wouldn't come clean this easily. Yeah, I don't know if chat's been broken. I don't know how long you guys have been here. Based on the context of chat, I think you guys just got here. But I had to launch the app on my phone. Okay, let's see. Let me get way down close to the floor. It can only get so far up in there. Porsche 911. You can have one of those two things, but you can't have both. Let's not get greedy now. You must choose. What if somebody did come along and give you that kind of choice? Like, I can give you a PC, something you actually need, something you can actually take care of, something that's actually practical that you can use for years and years to come, that will actually give you the freedom to do a lot of other things. Or do you want an expensive car that you won't be able to pay the insurance or the taxes on, that will most likely get stolen? God, I could imagine what the monthly insurance payments on a Porsche 911 would be. Ooh. If Santa, do I have to, if Santa gave something as expensive as a Porsche, that's considered a gift. Would you still have to, you'd still have to like pay. Like gift tax is a thing. Now, I'm not sure how gift tax works either. I would assume that it's beyond a certain threshold. So, like if I gave you a $10 book or maybe a $50 video game, and I bought that and gave it to you as a friend gift, you know, I think that's well within your right to not have to pay the government for that shit. But what if I gave you something like I don't know, $1 million house? Don't you have to pay gift tax on that to the government? I think that's a thing. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. Of course, what am I going to do with $1 million house? I can't afford the property tax on that shit. I could donate it, but nobody that I would donate it to could, the upkeep, the taxes. Yeah. Okay. I remember when we first got here, none of this play, it was so dark in here. I couldn't even tell what I was looking at. Now it looks like a room. You know what I'm in the mood for? I would like to play some Need for Speed games. It's been a while. I played some on the channel before. I played Burnout as well. I know what we're going to play. As soon as we get the holidays wrapped up. Here's my plan going forward. We're currently working on Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon and a few other things. Power Wash Simulator. When I wrap all this stuff up this month and part of next month, whenever I finish up all the stuff that I'm working on now, I definitely 100% want to start work on Majora's Mask, since I scrapped the original playthrough. Now we have a proper controller and gameplay will be a breeze. Because Majora's Mask is not a hard game. It's just the controls are kind of, you really need an N64 controller. But I have a list of Steam games that I really want to sit down and play. I bought Stray back before I even had this PC, and I still haven't played it yet. So I'm thinking maybe in 2026 Stray would be fun to play. Maybe we play some more cat games. Mr. Kitty, we'll play you a game. We'll play your game. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, how are we still here? We have been washing for over a year. This is, I think this is the hardest part of this particular stage, is this area right here. Get right up in the gooch on this thing is hard to get every little spot. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk around and blast it from this angle. Yeah, I've been streaming this now for about 3 hours, and right before you came in, I texted Tyler and I was like, "Could you come see if chat's broken, working at all?" Because nobody come in. I've been here all by my lump. Gosh. Aha. This might be the most satisfying game I've ever played. As far as the chill factor is concerned. Please don't fall off. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, from this angle, I can reach some of the stuff. Perfect. That. Okay. Ooh, I almost fell. No. I wasn't done up there. Maybe I was. Oh my God. Dirty ass ceiling. This thing has a surprisingly long reach. Wow. Oh, I missed a spot. Oh, damn. Hey, we've hit 89%. Damn. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't earn it, but I'll take it. Yeah, he's a great guy. I remember one time he gave me a kidney. It wasn't his, and I didn't need it, but it was the thought that counted. I can't remember who said that. Was that Krusty the Clown that said? I know it was a Simpsons bit. Grandpa Simpson, maybe. I don't remember who said it, but I know it was a Simpsons bit, and it was funny as hell. I've been thinking about rewatching The Simpsons in its totality. I'd obviously start with the Christmas special from '89 and then move forward. Because I've watched the first at least 20 seasons so many times over the years on repeat. And then I kind of stopped doing that. Like when I got on YouTube about 9 years ago, I really started primarily watching YouTube as kind of my main source of entertainment, YouTube and Twitch. And I kind of quit watching the old TV shows that I used to like to watch. Now, on top of watching brand new shows, I have gone back and rewatched a few things. I rewatched all of Dexter. I rewatched all of It's Always Sunny on repeat. Recently, the past 2 or 3 months, I've watched Sunny probably like all 17 seasons of it that are currently out. I probably watched it all the way through maybe 5 times. Just because I got so sick and tired of YouTube and Twitch. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta see what this is an important email. Okay. Now hold on a minute. The package is now. Damn, they shipped that out fast. Ooh, speaking of shipping, I have news. I have wonderful news. I went ahead and bought me a Wii Remote and Nunchuck, official Nintendo licensed Nintendo brand, straight from Nintendo themselves, or not straight from Nintendo. I got it on eBay, but it's an official Wii Remote, and this computer has Bluetooth, and not just a Bluetooth dongle like my old PC. The Bluetooth is built into the motherboard of this PC. So we're going to be able to emulate Wii games with ease through the Dolphin emulator on my computer. And there are a few Wii games that I very much would like to play. Hell, I wouldn't mind going back and redoing all of the Metroid Prime trilogy, and I probably will, honestly. Because those playthroughs are pretty old. and I've been itching to play through them again. It's just that I hate to redo something we've done already because there's so many new games that I want to get to. But either way, regardless, it frees us up, to play some Wii games. Because I would really like to play Twilight Princess, and I played it on the Wii, and I would like to, stream it, me playing it on the Wii. Because by the time that game came out, I had moved over from the GameCube to the Wii, and I think that would be pretty fun. I can't think off the top of my head what else. Wii Sports would be fun. I think Wii Sports and all Wii Sports and the other I can't think of what. Yeah, you get it. All of the motion control bullshit games that came out on the Wii, those would be fun to do. Those would be real fun to do. How am I still working on this sled? I knew you were going to be the problem. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were going to be the goddamn issue. You don't have to be psychic. Lord. Oh, I see dirt hiding under here. Okay. You play that game, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good bit of dirt down in there. Okay. Well, now some of that is impossible to reach. Like, what do you want me to do about that? Bucko. While I am looking in this general area, how are you still dirty? Oh, see. Oh, see. Do, 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 do. How much do you guys think I should charge Santa for this job? I think we've been here longer than any other job that we've done so far. Got it. Dude. Lord help me, Jeebus. Every time I think I have gotten all the dirt, a new area pops up. Now it's starting to pop off. Doobie 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 doo doobie 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 doobie. Oh God, that's a big chunk. How are these still not clean? Thank you. You know what? I'm just going to move on to this wall. I will come back to the other part later. I want the satisfaction of getting all this big stuff. Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? I need to make an oldies playlist. That's a thing I need to do. I don't have one. I might have to bring the ladder over here. Maybe. Now hold up. What did I just say? Thought I saw. Where did I even leave the ladder? Boom. But am I done with this area? No, I'm not. I got in here real good earlier. How does this still have anything in it? Bull. Bull, I say. Bull. We. You know what? Can I actually well, I need to get that spot. Okay. At this point, I'm going to have to move the ladder. I'm on my way. Now I'm sitting here thinking about swimming pools in summertime. Kind of wish it was summer. Wish it were summer. See, the only problem really, one of my biggest hang-up with winters, other than the fact that it's cold and I don't like the cold like I used to when I was younger, um, is the fact that it gets dark so early. I think that's my actual biggest hang-up. I don't like that. But once I move past that, it's the fact that by the time winter gets here and actually, like on the calendar, winter gets here, which is the 21st of December, I'm already over it. I'm already feeding for spring. The winter, we still have 3 months of winter, and I'm already over it. Because the good parts of fall come and go so quick. Like autumn begins, and all the leaves are changing. You get, cool breezes, and the heat backs off, and you start getting cool nights where it's not death to sleep anymore for those that don't have like central heating and cooling and whatnot. um you kind of start leaving windows open for fresh air at night or whatever. There's a lot going on with autumn that makes it really awesome, but then it's over so fast. Damn, I really missed all that. It's over here pinging left and right. Oh, I missed some stuff on the shelf too. Look at all that gunk. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I thought I cleared all these tables and stuff. Apparently I did not. Okay. You sit tight. I will knock this out right now. Any more furniture over here in need of a washing? Yep. Apparently I did not get this workbench completely. Thing is, where? There we go. I still don't think I got the whole We're 95% done with this bitch. That's impressive. You guys got to admit. Eh. Now, like I said from the get go, what's really going to be a pain in the dick is finding that tiny, tiny 1%. It's going to be in a nook or crevice somewhere, and I'm never going to find it. Oh my God, I forgot that was behind me. Okay, let me climb down from here and figure out how to. Hmm, how? Where can I put the ladder that will let me get that spot? I don't think I can. Um, like clearly I can pop the ladder here and really get to work in this corner. But I might have to use like a long range. Oh my God. Also, while I'm thinking about it, um, in the Discord, there's a visual media section. If you guys wouldn't mind checking that out. Sometimes I'll watch something on YouTube and I'll post it in there if I want people to watch it. Sometimes it could be a today I learned. Sometimes it could just be interesting as fuck. Sometimes it could just be something comedic. Usually, if it's something comedic, I try to put it in the comedy and meme section. But it really just depends. Sometimes I'm not really sure where to put stuff, categorically speaking. But yeah, it's worth checking out. Yeah, I have to do some long range stuff in order to get it all. Okay, so I think now might be a good time to switch to the long range. Now, where's the closest I can put this ladder? Here, maybe? Go up top, and then I'll be able to shoot from over there. No, that's real hard to. That's a little easier. Oh my god. I didn't realize there was that much over there. Hang on. Hang on. No, I want you to grab the ladder. We're going to take it here. Shit here, bitch. $99%. Really? You're not gonna let me? You're gonna be a bitch, huh? Thank you. Okay. I'm looking for any tiny little thing. Other than the ceiling being gross. How did I miss that much? Yeesh. Well, it's hard to get that spot because there's no ladder that leads up to that. That's a real tough. That's a tough one. Oh, there we go. Ooh. I wonder if the floor counts as one thing for the entire room. Uh-huh. Don't think I don't see you in this corner. I think that counted the floor for the whole place. It's exciting to know that any second, the last ding. It means job well done, folks. I'm looking. Now, how did I miss a section that big? All right, everybody, look with your eagle eyes. Gonna be a real bitch about angles, huh? Come on, man. Come on, jump. Fine, I'll go get the ladder. I don't want to go get the ladder, but I'll go get the ladder. I will make you pay for making me go get this ladder. I'm gonna clean you up so good. Yeah. Oops. Now hold on. There we go. Ah. Now I can't really get back there. Where's your little unfair? Oh, I knew you were going to be problematic. Hmm. Now. Oh, there's no way. I can't get between that and the wall. Are you insane? Have you lost your goddamn mind? Like what? Dude. Dude. I can't. I don't. I don't really know how you. That's some horse shit. Serious? Maybe if we get up here, maybe. Okay. No way that's still glowing orange down there. I think we got it. Ah, the sleigh, man. Santa, if you ever let your workshop get this filthy again, you're on your own, pal. I don't care if we're a company or not. This is ridiculous. You let it get this bad. I can understand all the people out there. You know, laziness is truly an epidemic. But you, Santa, of all people, no, 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 not Santa, not Santa. How dare you let this go? Not Santa, not Santa. Maybe he's out there in the snow. It's Santa, it's Santa. A do 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 do. I also just realized that if I point at something, it'll tell me whether see that bar up there where it says grotto wall under it. There's a little bar that lets me know that it's still dirty somewhere. And I'm just realizing that it's designed that way. Okay. That means I'm missing a spot somewheres. Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka, the amazing chocolatier. Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka. Where in the hell is this missing spot? Is it behind this stupid thing? Gotta be. Right? Gotta be. Oh my god. My god, even the door is still dirty. How is the door still dirty? I washed every single inch of it. Fuck this door. Fuck this area. No turn. Oh, I am I'm starting to get a little burnt out here. Hmm. Well, the problem, Mr. Man, is that I can't reach. Oh, god damn it. Not the stupid fucking tracks. Yeah, I see it now. God damn it. How? What could possibly be left? Oh, Fucking where? I want to scream. Yes, I do. Not just mine. This game's playing me for a fool. I'm gonna wash them raw until they fucking rust at this point. Where? Where? I don't see anything. Nothing's glowing. Where? 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 Oh, fuck off. Go to hell. I hate everything. In Power Wash Simulator, how do I get it to bring up a list of what's left? Son of a bitch. I had an itemized list this whole goddamn time. Workshop presence. I knew it. Workbench magnifying glasses. Sleigh bells. Santa's office door handle. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? Magnifying glass. Where the hell is there a magnifying glass? That? This bitch right here? Are you what's screwing me over? Stupid magnifying glass? It ain't coming clean. It is not coming clean. Where else is there a magnifying glass? Mm-hmm. All right, it says workshop handles. Make sure I got all the handles. All right, it said something about gifts. Which pile of gifts are not done? Which one of you son of a guns are holding out on me? Is it going to be the ones at the top? E? Those look done. Is it going to be the ones in here that have always been a problem? No, those look done. Okay, what about Ranchon? Done, done, done. They all look done. Although when I blast them with water, it's just going to ruin the paper. The wrapping paper. I'm not seeing anything. It's showing that they're all done. You lied. Sleigh bells. Okay. What else? Santa's chair, holly decoration. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. And when I highlight it in here, it highlights it on the screen for me. Okay. Grotto skirting. Oh, Lord, that could be anything, anywhere. What does grotto skirting mean? You mean like the wood? Now, how? How do you expect me to... You son bitch. Grotto wall paintings. Okay. I'm blasting it. It ain't pinging, but I'm blasting it. What the hell were you? I gotta go figure out these paintings. Well, it's showing that the paintings are done. So I don't know what you're talking about. Paintings. Grotto wall paintings, 5 of 6. Okay, but where, homie? Where, homie? Do you mean this one? Or perhaps you mean this one? Well, that's not really a... That's not a painting, though, is it? No. Well, that's just broken. What do you mean? The paintings are done. You broken son of a bitch. I'm going to move on to the next thing. Workshop walls. Workshop presence. That's literally the last of it. Grotto wall panelings. Cheer checker star. Christmas tree lights. Okay, well, that's easy enough to figure out. And to-do list popped up. Cheer checker star. I don't know what that is, though. What's a cheer checker star? Grotto wall panelings. Workshop presence. Well, see, we keep blasting this, but it ain't coming clean. So I don't know what to tell you, man. Cheer checker star. I don't know what that means. There's something on the wall. Christmas. The fuck is a cheer checker? That thing? Yep, I see dirt. Great. I can't really reach it from here. A damn old man voice. That might not be it. I don't know what the hell you mean. I don't know what the fuck a cheer checker is. No, get off the ladder, numbnuts. Grab the ladder. Now we're going to take it right over here. You grasply grabbly boys. What the fuck is a cheer checker? What? What is a cheer checker? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a cheer checker is. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. What is a cheer checker? This thing? Whatever this fucking thing is? I don't know. I don't know. The fuck is a cheer checker? What? What the fuck is a cheer checker? What the fuck is a cheer checker? These are the only stars are here. What is this? Cheer checker machine. Okay. I was right. What? I've hit this bitch from every angle. I don't know what there's left to do. Oh, I see. God damn you. You son of a bitch. Wall panelings. I don't know how to get that one to pop. Let's see. I do believe it's broken. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. We've hit it from every angle with every gun. God damn you. Workshop presence. That literally just leaves you. Tell me where you are. Yeah, of course. Of course. The last thing is going to be tiny here. Well, at least I know how the game works fully now. I know if we get stuck and in a pinch, I can just go into the menu and it'll tell me what's left. Thanks to you, Christmas is saved. All the machines are back up and running, and every present has been made, wrapped and packed tightly in Santa's sack of infinity, ready for delivery. Unsurprisingly, Ivor's new invention was a flat no from Santa. Whilst this saved us on this occasion, Santa reasoned that the occasion itself was quite niche, and that a spraying machine that covers any surface in a delicious coating of ice cream might not be what the grown-ups of this world need right now. Oh well, back to the drawing board for Ivor, but at least we'll all get to have fun at our Christmas party. P.S. Santa says you shot straight to the top of the good list. Oh, so that's what was all over Santa's workshop. Whoever Ivor is came in and just sprayed the place with ice cream like a buffoon. You numpty. You absolute numpty. Does that mean all the jobs that we've been doing up till this point have had an explanation and we just haven't been reading the tab? Well, this was some DLC, I guess free DLC, I don't know. Released back in 2023. Of course, we're playing it here in 2025. I thought this would be a good little Christmas episode for us to do. I had a lot of fun doing it right up until the end. Like I said, I really love this game. I've had a blast with this game so far, and it's far from over. But like I've said before, it takes my dumbass a while to catch up to the game mechanics. I overlook things. I don't take the time to read. I'm very impatient and get frustrated easy. So I'm just now, this many power wash jobs in, figuring out how the mechanics work. I have discovered that if we get stuck, we could just go into the menu and see what's left. Boy, do I feel stupid. But that's going to do it for me for this Christmas Eve. I hope everybody is having a good holiday season so far. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for a full on Christmas episode. See ya, folks.